KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson celebrating the 75th liberation with the people of Guam. Biba Guam. Cars Plus, reminding you to put your phone down while driving. Distractions won't get you there. Heads Up Guam. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And steaks, ribs, seafood, and our famous fresh garden bar, Ruby Tuesday. Good times you can taste.
Coming up on Primetime Friday, the Redemptorist Mater Seminary in Jotna has been sold for $6.1 million. Nestor Lecanto has full details of the purchase. Plus, District Court of Guam Chief Judge Frances Tydinko Gatewood recuses herself from John Mantanonia's case. And stakeholders come together hoping to find solutions to the island's illegal dumping problems. Good evening, everyone, and a special warm holiday to all of our online viewers watching us live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Jason Salas, and these are tonight's top stories. Well, the final purchase price for the former Redemptorist Mater Seminary has now been pegged at $6.1 million. The Archdiocese of Agana, which is currently under bankruptcy, is liquidating one of its most valuable properties to raise money to help pay off more than 200 clergy sex abuse claims. Nestor Lecanto has more in our top story.
U.S.-based B-Side Partners is the buyer of the former seminary and former Axion Hotel. The company has been investing in real estate here for about 5 years, according to a realtor who was at the hearing. The federal court approved the $6.1 million offer, which came in just yesterday, one day before the deadline. B-Side will pay a $100,000 deposit now and $6 million when the deal closes within the next 75 days. The bid was $750,000 more than the next highest, $5.35 million by TF Investments. Both creditors' attorney Edwin Calby and Archdiocese counsel John Terlahi agree it's the best offer they could expect.
I think without substantial further investment of time and resources, the answer is yes. And when you do something like that, if we were going to take another year, and spend another however many hundreds of thousands of dollars to try to sell the thing, there's no guarantee that you would get more. So I think at this point in time, this was about the best that we could do.
I think as time goes by, the property continues to deteriorate. We're paying a large chunk of money every month to help keep it to what it is now. And we haven't been receiving any higher bids over the past year and a half since we put it on the market.
The proceeds will be set aside in a fund to pay out eventual settlements in the more than 200 sex abuse claims that have been filed against the church and former priests. Federal bankruptcy judge Robert Ferris will be here in October to begin the mediation process.
So do you have a timeline for when you think this whole issue can be, or this whole case can be resolved?
No, to be honest. Yeah, as soon as possible, as people deserve closure.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Now, according to the website for B-Side Partners, that country is in the mainland, based out of Georgia, and is built on a foundation of more than 4 decades of multifamily real estate experience developing, managing, and renovating affordable student and market rate housing communities. Signing off on the purchase agreement for B-Side Partners were Stephen Klee and Jason Ralston. Also tonight, accused of violating the conditions of his pretrial release, a warrant of arrest will be issued for Michael Lewis McCarran. Back in March, the former active duty service member and DOD contractor was indicted in the District Court of Guam for enticement of a minor and attempted transfer of obscene materials to a minor. 2 years prior, McCarran allegedly sent nude photos and video to a federal agent posing as a 13-year-old girl. Now, McCarran, who now lives in the state of Idaho, was brought back to Guam for his arraignment hearing this past April. He pleaded not guilty and was allowed to return home pending trial. The U.S. Probation Office requested he be detained for violating his conditions of release, which ban him from using the internet. Still, the FBI was able to contact him to recent advertisements made on skipthegames.com, described as a website for escort services. In one of the ads, he allegedly posed a nude photo with the headline, "Visiting from out of town." McCarran is scheduled for trial in Guam in September. In other news, the Attorney General's office is considering an appeal for the sentence of a pastor convicted of criminal sexual conduct against a female minor. The AG was seeking a decade-long jail term for Living Lighthouse Church pastor Renato Capilli Bassi, but Judge Vernon Perez decided yesterday on a 14-month sentence. By way of a news release, Chief Prosecutor Basil O'Malley said he was disappointed with the court's decision to vacate the jury's findings that the defendant committed felonies. Bassi was alleged to have used his position of authority to sexually assault a girl from his church who was between the ages of 14 and 16. He was found guilty of a pair of counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct as a first-degree felony, 2 counts of fourth-degree criminal sexual conduct as a misdemeanor, and child abuse as a misdemeanor. He also must register as a sex offender. Elsewhere tonight, although she writes that she does not have any personal knowledge of the case, nor is she biased against John Matanonia, otherwise known as Boom, District Court of Guam Chief Judge Frances Tedianco Gatewood has recused herself from his case. Matanoni's attorney requested her recusal because she was the judge who presided over the 2 mistrials of Raymond and Juanita Martinez. Now, Matanonia, his brother William, and juror in the case Gregorio Tekenko were indicted for their role in a scheme to influence the jury to vote not guilty in the couple's drug trial. After 2 local mistrials, the Martinez's case was moved to federal court in California. The duo recently pled guilty and were sentenced to 2 years in prison. By way of an order today, Chief Judge Gatewood recused herself because any reasonable person may question her impartiality because of her previous findings in the Martinez's case. NMI District Court Chief Judge Ramona Manglonia has been designated to take over the matter. She was an investigator for the Martinez's defense team. He also faces 1 count of conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine. In other island news headlines tonight, Adjutant General Esther Agigi will have to pay money she got from what has been called a mistake of a pay raise. KUAM News, of course, as you know, obtained Agigi's pay stubs by way of a Freedom of Information Act request. And for GovGuam paydays from March 16th to July 6th, Agigi was paid $2,606. On Agigi's July 20 pay stub, her check amount was $3,839. Agigi's $40,000 pay raise was called a mistake and an error by the Leon Guerrero administration, with Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio, who signed off on Agigi's pay raise, thanking KUAM News for discovering the matter. Governor Leon Guerrero canceled Agigi's pay raise effective yesterday. DOA's Ed Byrne, in an email response to KUAM, said Agigi will pay back her raise, saying it will be deducted from Agigi's future paychecks. Well, how can we solve the illegal dumping problem in other news? No clear answers come to mind as stakeholders come together for a roundtable on the issue in front of Legislative Environment Chair Senator Sabina Perez. Here's more in this report.
Subsidizing trash collection for those who can't afford it. Sounds like an easy fix to illegal dumping, but according to Guam Solid Waste Authority head Larry Gast, that solid waste solution, not that simple.
And if I start cutting costs for one customer for the exact same service, that means the other customers are putting more money in to pay and subsidize the people that are getting the cut rate. To me personally, I have a dislike for doing that. Not that the people don't deserve a break, but if people are participating in the program, they need to share the equal costs.
During a roundtable hearing on illegal dumping, Gast said the biggest expense for consumers of solid waste services is the upfront cost for the bins, which could run upwards of $200 in some cases, with Moleso Mayor Ernest Chargaloff saying we should look at ways to lessen that load.
If all the customers were given free bins, how are you going to recoup in order for them to pay it back? That's why a lot of these guys don't pay, because they can't afford the monthly, but they can afford to buy their cigarettes and their beers. You know, if you make it that they will be able to go ahead and enroll in the bin, in the trash collection, and then if it's $30 a month, why don't you tag on, make it $40, $45 until such time that the bin is paid for?
The roundtable called after months and months of KUAM News stories about illegal dumps from Jigo to Tumon. While some have called for an education campaign to dive into the dumping problem, Mayor Chargaloff said, why bother?
We're beyond public education. Everybody knows this is a common problem all over the island. It's not unique to just one village. Illegal dumping is everywhere.
What about recycling? Is thinking boosting recycling efforts will help curb illegal dumping a pipe dream? Gast saying GSWA pays $900 a ton to ship plastic bottles off island to recycling facilities in Asia, with Chalampago Mayor Jesse Gogwe touching on the worldwide increase in the cost of recycling, largely due to China shutting down plastic recycling imports to its facilities.
We think that recycling is actually generating a lot of revenue for these recycling companies, and it really isn't.
Gogwe and Gast agreed that the implementation of Guam's bottle bill would lessen the load on the landfill and illegal dumps, but Gast cautioned that Guam could learn from California's experience with those bottle bills. Some recommendations mentioned mandatory trash service for all households, a whistleblower program, upgrading to a felony commercial illegal dumping, One thing became clear, though, talking about illegal dumping doesn't seem to be accomplishing anything. With Mayor's Council Executive Director Angel Sablan telling a story that highlighted one of the reasons illegal dumps on Guam aren't disappearing anytime soon.
I get a phone call from some irate resident in Dedero on Batulu Road. He goes, Mr. Sablan, I've seen that bag of trash bag there with full of Pampers next to the bus stop. And so I called the mayor, and then they send somebody out to pick it up and clean it. And lo and behold, the very next day, a trash of Pampers is there again.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
In education headlines tonight, GDOE Superintendent John Fernandez says all schools need help in one way or another, but there's one high school that's in a category all of its own. Our Adriana Cotero spoke with faculty and staff up north in Jigo at Simon Sanchez High School.
Well, I graduated here in 1992, so that was how many years ago? And from that time to now, not much has happened, and as you can tell from the facilities if you tour.
I've been here, I went to school here, graduated in 1997. I've been teaching here, this will be my 17th year, and the building looks pretty much the same.
A building that's become a second home for these two teachers, Emma Ciendo and AC Joe Cruz of Simon A. Sanchez High School in Jigo. And they feel current students need that same comfort.
In 2012, my students and I actually renovated the entire gym. And so we repainted. We were here for several nights. We stayed here over the weekends and holidays, and we painted and scraped and did everything. And even that was 2012. And so just this year again, they redid the gym to make it look updated. And we cannot keep just renovating. We actually need to try and rebuild now.
The high school houses 1,657 students and 109 faculty, but does not accommodate their operations. According to the principal, the school needs to be outfitted to meet the growing population.
We do have some classrooms outside, which are normally our butler and temporary classrooms. So of course we want to make those permanentized, and we have some really old ones that have been here since the beginning of the building, so they're not in the best shape. Even with our classrooms, Simon Sanchez has always had a history of sharing classrooms, like teachers share classrooms. So of course we want to give our teachers at least their own classroom.
One teacher took it upon herself to create an oath and address the issue.
Signed this 11th day of October 2013, elected officials of Guam pledged their support of a reconstruction of Simon Sanchez. Nearly 7 years later, and it still looks the same.
We painted that there as a reminder, or they put it up as a reminder that this is something that needs to happen for the school community. Every year that goes by, it doesn't get any better. For Simon Sanchez, we're trying to maintain the facility that we have right now, but every year it gets harder and harder to maintain, especially with funding not increasing, right? It's always either at a status quo or decreasing. So yes, the urgency is there.
In May, a press conference was held to announce the first phase of a rebuild land survey. A little step forward, and now it's a matter to secure funding. Guam Department of Education Superintendent John Fernandez says they are in active discussions with government lawmakers to ensure that the project moves along smoothly.
The work around the solicitation is done, but we need to certify that funding's available. So we're at the end of a fiscal year, we're entering another fiscal year starting October 1st, and we're trying to make sure that we can certify that between $4 to $5 million is available to support that work.
The next step is design work that takes about 9 months to complete. Fernandez says if they stay on this time frame, then construction could be projected for next summer. And now that this summer has come and gone, teachers are still cheering for this.
Rebuild Simon Sanchez.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
And now to your weekly tax refund update. Revan Tax, along with DOA, announced that on next Monday they will mail better than 770 tax refunds to the tune of some $2.1 million, including refunds garnished to repay government debts or error-free returns filed on or before, of all days, Valentine's Day, February 4th, 2019. So once again, 777 tax refunds totaling $2.1 million going out on Monday if you filed before or on February 14th. We are going to take a break, but there is many more Island News headlines coming up on Primetime. Stay tuned.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
The Half a Day Pledge is definitely like an extension of the Half a Day spirit, which is all about family, and it doesn't matter where you're from or who you are. I wear this uniform. I'm definitely proud of my job and what we do. I not only live it in the uniform, but outside of the uniform as well. It's definitely a way of life. I live the Half a Day Pledge every day of my life.
Summer of Jeep, Compass, Cherokee, Wrangler, Cars Plus in Mighty. Your new adventure starts now. Buy the 2019 Motor Trend SUV of the year and get a new Jeep Wrangler Sport for $268 per paycheck. Or get a new Jeep Compass Sport, only $167 per paycheck. Let them hear you coming in the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Buy for $205 per paycheck. And get financing as low as 1.99% on all Jeep models. Come see why you'll be kicking it at Cars Plus in Mighty. Driven by you.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Half a day, everybody, and welcome back. The island's suicide mortality is significantly higher than the average U.S. crude suicide death rate, with approximately 50 deaths per year. The Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center's Safe Talk program, a free initiative that teaches 15 years or age or older people how to be a lifeline for those at risk of suicide, was held at UOG. Tyrone Bryan is a psychiatric social worker.
This is one of the first trainings where I've had where they actually give a lot of feedback and they're engaging in conversation and asking very poignant questions. In fact, we just got a question that stumped both of us and we were able to process it with the person who asked the questions.
He says he's a little concerned that no men signed up for the class, as men have a higher suicide mortality rate than females. In Guam, the rate's 4-to-1, meaning for every woman, there are 4 male mortalities.
I do not want to subscribe to the idea that men are not able to talk about their feelings. I believe men actually will do if they're in a space with individuals they can trust. But today, I'm hopeful that going forward, maybe we'll see a difference in the population and see more men involved.
Now, Safe Talk trains participants to be suicide alert ready, emphasizing how to recognize someone who is thinking about suicide and being a lifeline to prevention services.
Talk about it, ask the question directly, but not be there to actually guide the person through a plan, but simply to connect the person. Suicide is preventable, and it simply starts with just talking, not being afraid to address it, and just understand that anyone who approaches a subject with you actually want to tell you that they can't seem to understand why they want to die and they want to get help. So if someone is talking to you about it, be there and connect that person.
In business news this morning, First Hawaiian Bank announced the lucky winners of its 2 million United Miles sweepstakes. The program began in May and concluded in June and celebrated the introduction of the new United credit card from First Hawaiian Bank. The bank awarded a total of 2 million United Mileage Plus award miles to 7 winners. 5 of the 7 being randomly selected winners were Guam customers. Congratulations to Jermaine Chai, winner of 1 million miles, Annie Langsang, first prize winner of 500,000 miles, and Josefina de la Cruz, Melanie Sanchez, and Jose Mariano, each of whom won 100,000 miles. To learn more about the card, check out fhb.com/united. Guam Forestry, in other news, celebrated Smokey Bear's 75th birthday. Smokey's 75 now, with a fire prevention expo held at the Agena Shopping Center. According to Fire Program Manager Christine Farron, various display groups from the Guam Fire Department, the National Weather Service, the Division of Aquatic and Wildlife Resources, Guam Homeland Security, and UOG's Center for Island Sustainability were set up and offered very helpful information.
There are
many partners here, and I just want people to know that we're here to serve Guam, and we hope that when you show up today, you get a little bit of that feeling that what you can do. We want to empower you, that the prevention starts at home. So from your home, your street, your village, our community, and that's what we want. So remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
And happy birthday to Smokey. Maybe he'll be in our Cold Stone Creamery birthday club. You got to tune in later and see. Well, the first 100 students at the expo also received a school supplies kit, just in time, of course, for the new school year. Also tonight, we are proudly concluding our week-long series, One Micronesia, highlighting inspiring individuals from the FAS community living right here on island.
My name is Hiram Sumro. I am 24 years old, and I am originally from Ponape. My dad is from Ponape, Outer Island, Kapamilya, Marang, and my mom is from Kiribati. I am a quality inspector, quality control inspector at LMS, and I do most of the mainly maintain and ensure that our work we do is up to our standards and it's qualified for all areas to pretty much look good. I went back home for family. My dad was a little bit sick and I wanted to help him out, and I decided to stay. My dad, knowing my dad, he always wanted a better life, and he knew that staying on island won't necessarily give us the life that he wanted for us. So I tried to stay as close as possible as I could, and then to help them out as much as possible. And Guam was the region or place that was closest to the islands that could help me out in achieving what I wanted to do. I've been on and off of Guam, but as of this day, I've been here for almost 3 or 4 years. The first challenge that I faced was getting into different environments and having to be not necessarily alone, but without mom and dad around. Being from the islands is usually mom and dad around helping you making decisions and doing all of this, and it was a great experience for me, helping me out. That was a big challenge for me to be able to adjust to kind of being by myself and trying to live a life where I can support my family. And the main thing that helped me out was support. I had a few family members here. They helped me out, started me off. And then slowly I started going into making kind of my own family from my friends, from the people here. And there's been a lot of people that just greatly influenced me in the line of work and helping me grow as an individual. The most rewarding thing I've gained or experience that has been for me is to be able to earn a family outside of my family. Usually when you go to work, you think of work as, I go here, I do this, and I get paid. For me, I went from that mentality to, I go here, I help, I teach, I coach, I train, and I help not myself, but I help out LMS, I help the employees, I help my friends, I help my family. So instead of giving back to myself, of only getting paid, I give back to the company that pays me. And I give back to the people, my employees, that support me. And I give back to my family that has always been there for me since day one.
And you can watch the entire series right now on our YouTube channel. We've got a special playlist for One Micronesia. We hope you enjoy it. And we also hope you enjoy this week's installment of Head of the Class, where we feature the valedictorian and salutatorian down south at the home of the Dolphins.
I'm Kari Mano. I'm from Southern High and I'm the class valedictorian. I will be attending UOG for college. The main highlight for me was when I earned the DOI scholarship to attend Georgetown University over the summer for the JSA program. I plan to major in mechanical engineering and to take the pre-engineering program here at UOG and to continue my studies off-island. Thank you to my parents, most of all, for raising me and taking care of me for all these years, and to the rest of my family and to the new family I've made. I love you all so much, and just thank you.
I'm Bailey Cruz. I'm the salutatorian from Southern High School and I plan on attending UOG. I was really more active during junior year when I was joining track and field, close-up and NHS, and that was the highlight. Right now I'm kind of like iffy about certain stuff, but do plan on going to college and then getting commissioned in the Air Force later. My mom and dad, they supported me all this time. The rest of my family members have done so as well. And my friends, they made me laugh all these years.
Hi, Kari Meno and Bailey Cruz. I am Lawrence Camacho, the Dean of Enrollment Management and Student Success at the University of Guam. And on behalf of our wonderful university and its leadership, we would like to congratulate you on your fine achievements.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2019 from KUAM Communications and the University of Guam.
All right, we are going to take another break, but there's lots more coming up, including our athletes of the week. There's more than one, so stay tuned to find out who it is.
Smiling is a natural response to joy, happiness, and excitement. Your smile reveals a lot about who you are. A healthy, beautiful smile can brighten your appearance and be an invitation to conversation and friendship. It is often one of the first things people notice about you. Now, thanks to the advancements in dentistry, you can have the smile you have always wanted, giving you an improved smile that looks and feels great.
My silver fillings that I have, they're getting older in my mouth and I need to replace them. So I've started to do that and I've replaced them with the white fillings and I've had really great success with that. It looks good, they feel natural, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the bleaching. I want a white look all around my mouth.
Summertime, 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 summertime. We'll go swimming every day. No time to work, just time to play. If your folks complain, just say it's summertime.
There's an easier way to enjoy summer. McDonald's Fresh Beef Quarter Pounder.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
We're here, Lorenzo Mingala, for our Athlete of the Week. Today we have Tom Ekagami and Jeff Rios, who recently competed in the OCR event. Paul?
Tom, Jeff, congratulations on behalf of Dio Renton. Who would you like to donate this check to?
We'd like to donate it to Special Olympics. Yeah.
Being an organizer, now competitor, fourth OCR event you've competed in. What was the deciding factor deciding to go ahead and be competitors in OCR events?
Well, the one this past event that we did, it was kind of a tie-in. We had some trainings and some classes we had to take, so we just jumped on in, said let's do it, and we raced it.
The camaraderie was a big thing, competing out there, and just what was it like being out there on the course?
Oh, it was great. You know, we're like I mentioned before. I'm always the guy on the outside, kind of looking in at Trench and helping Tom with Trench and putting that successful event on. And so this time, being the second time to actually do another race like this was great. But yes, definitely, when you take off on the line, you line up with a couple hundred people you don't know, and then you get to an obstacle where you have a little bit of trouble of, and now everybody's your buddy. They're all your friend. They're all trying to help you get over an obstacle or help you. Teach you on the way, as you're doing it. So it's great, you meet a lot of people, you meet new friends, and they help you. They're all on the same mission to finish the race, and they're all there to help you, and it's great. It's a great thing to do, and I encourage everybody to do it.
Crossing the line and being a finisher at an OCR event.
It's definitely feels like an accomplishment at the end, that you've, completing a bunch of obstacles you thought you couldn't do, and your body does amazing things.
What's lined up for Trench Challenge here?
We've got the Trench training camp coming up on August 24th at Custom Fitness. So if you're interested in signing up, DM us on Facebook or Instagram.
And you're already talking about when's the next one lined up for a competition?
We'll probably squeeze in a race for us guys who work the event.
We're actually going to head to the OCR World Championships in London in October. So we'll be in London. We're going to do the 3K, right?
Yeah, that's right. We are doing that.
Stay tuned to our next Rentone Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by...
In running news, make sure to come out and support the Teason Complex 2K and 5K Sunset Run Walk tomorrow at the Teason softball fields. Showtime is at 4 in the afternoon. Come early if you haven't already registered for the run. Go time is scheduled for 5 p.m. Free t-shirts to the first 200 finishers. Medals to the top 3 finishers in each division. Raffles, drawings, and refreshments after the run.
The phone you want now on the best network and a plan that gives you endless data on chat, social, and music apps. Tell your Docomo Pacific rep you want now with access. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply.
Introducing Triple J's Online Shopper, the new, faster, easier way to purchase your next vehicle. Explore hundreds of new and used vehicles in full 360-degree view. Get pre-approved instantly from the comfort of your home or office. Personalize your own finance terms and get top market value on your trade-in in just a few quick, easy steps. Buy with confidence from start to signature, and we'll even go the extra mile to deliver your vehicle to your home or office. Have a question? Our sales team is just a chat away for instant assistance. Click, pick, drive. Complete the entire car buying process with Triple J's Online Shopper and purchase your next vehicle at triplejguam.com today.
Can I just get a ride back?
Are you ready for some family summer fun? Sagwa Manyago is having their 5th annual Kids Carnival.
come to the Governor's Complex in Adaloop on Saturday, August 17th. Enjoy the end of summer fun from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Free admission and entertainment with children activities, music, dancing, and much more. Sagwa Manyago Carnival on August 17th at the Governor's Complex in Adaloop. Special thanks to Bank of Guam, Addis Trust and Investment, Cabell Select Care, Take Care, GTA, Stay Well, Matson, and our community sponsors.
If it's your birthday today, we want to shine the spotlight on you. Here's tonight Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Here's your Friday birthday shout-outs courtesy of Cold Stone Creamery. Allie Jo Conception Sablan has a birthday today, and this comes to the whole family. May you have a happy, blessed birthday. We love and miss you from the Macshot and Chaco Mangapas. Marissa Lynn Sablan has birthday number 35, and to our number one awesome wife and mommy, enjoy this special day of yours and many more to come. We love you, say Riddell, Evan Joe Fidel, and Riley Jade. Also, happy birthday wishes going out from the friends and family of Isabel Guerrero. Happy birthday number 18 to Malia Ann Stettenbens. We love you to the moon and back. Have a wonderful day, sweetie. Love always, your Rosalind family. And Zairi Hopokagi Pangilinan, happy terrific 2 birthday to our beautiful Sessa. Lots of love and birthday cheers coming from Ama and Papa Pangilinan, Auntie Jevi and Uncle Germ, Nino Jun and Nino Chloe, Nina Kim, and most especially Mommy, Daddy, Princesses Zamai Nicole, and Prince Zion Vincent. Happy birthday, everybody.
Okay, everybody, it is super easy to be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. It's not like setting up an iPad. It's not that difficult. All you got to do is go to KUAM.com, hit the top link at the page that says birthdays, send us your picture, send us a name, and then just tune in because you and your family could win a absolutely delicious Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake. We always pick one right here on Friday at random, and this week's winner is someone who had a birthday on August the 6th, the lovely Rose Marie Perez Espinoza. Happy birthday once again, Rose. We hope you and your family have a wonderful day. We will be in contact with you to let you know how you can get your cake, and we wish you a very happy birthday once again. Please stay tuned. There is more coming up right after the break in 7 seconds. See you there.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Explore your world.
Hello, everybody, and Hafa I'm Jason Salas. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning into KUM News Extra. I have 2 friends of mine on the KUM couch today, and we are talking about the One Micronesia 5K